Okay. Hi, my name's Lee Ford, and I'm joined by...
I'm Reshmee Auckloo, and we are very excited to show you like the voluntary app which we built using the Tools toolkit as a declarative agent. I'll let pass on to Lee to demo it.
Brilliant, thank you. So yes, as Reshmee said, we've got a declarative agent in M365 Copilot, and we have sort of some conversation starters here where we can create an activity or show the existing activities we've worked on, or we can ask for more information on volunteering opportunities that are currently present or available. Now, this data is stored currently in Azure AI Search. We've uploaded a load of documents, they've been indexed, and Copilot is going off querying AI Search directly. There is no code in between here. It's literally calling the endpoint directly from the agent, and then getting the data back like we have here. So obviously there's lots of different scenarios we can look at here. So I'm just going to pick a random one. So let's go with, I want to help at a food bank. So I would say something like, I am interested in helping at a food bank next Monday. Now what should happen is we should be asked if we want to do that as an activity. So it will take the information that we've previously been given and come up with a request to send. So it's picked next week as the start date. It's picked through the information with from the data saying it's going to help at a food bank, and it said that we were interested in helping on Monday. So if I click confirm now,
What about if now that's quite interesting. So
yeah,
it's kind of showing like the AI is a new UI. Like just
yes,
using the agents, we can just converse just to create SharePoint list items or any data in
absolutely.
any data source.
Absolutely. So what we've got here in the background, we'll quickly drill into it. We have an action called create list item. Now that is using Microsoft Graph. It's creating a list item in SharePoint. So we have a SharePoint site with a list inside. So the whole workflow here is that we request the information from an Azure AI search that gets brought through. We then express interest in helping in that. Then the agent effectively takes that information and puts it all into, including who we are, puts that into a SharePoint list item, which then gets added to the list. So now if I go into the list, refresh the page, and look at one that was recently created, one here about a minute ago. So it's going to start in 6 days, which is next week, helping at a food bank. It's been assigned to myself, and now that's in the list. So obviously we could manually go ahead and create it manually, but the idea is that Copilot and the agent is doing that work for us.
Yeah,
As
and
far
we
as,
can, and we kind of choose like something which doesn't have like any kind of middleware in the middle, like function or Power Apps
logic
or the
apps,
Power
yeah,
Automate Flow, and just like calling the API directly within the declarative agents
like, yeah,
with some
exactly right.
inbuilt authentication.
Absolutely. And the reason we kind of went down this approach was we wanted to keep everything kind of as straightforward as possible with less bits of technology in between. So we chose Azure AI Search because it's great at taking a load of unstructured data and putting it in a format that can easily be queried. We use a SharePoint list as obviously that's ubiquitous with M365.
It's
So
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
and obviously the declarative agent and the tooling with something like Teams Toolkit that allows us to build an agent, it just made sense. It was the obvious choice for us as developers to go down that road rather than building out, using something say like Copilot Studio or other technologies. The tooling for Teams Toolkit, and obviously the power of declarative agents really did make sense for us. So I think we've got a few seconds
And
left. Um,
yeah, and everything I would say it's all done like via instructions, like what we call like the meta prompt to get it all working.
Absolutely. So if I just quickly show everyone what we've got here. So we've got an option to set of instructions on when we're listing items or when we're creating items. This is the path that the agent needs to take. And then the actual agent itself, using the Teams toolkit, it generates all of the schema and all the sort of you fill in the blanks like conversation starters and the APIs, what you're going to call. And then from an API point of view, you can set up the authentication in the Teams developer portal. So there's no secrets being stored here or API keys. Everything is set within sort of the developer portal, so you can roll this out into multiple environments without having to worry about hard coding any keys or values in the app. And that's effectively it. I think we're at time. So
Thank you.
Reshmee, thank you for
Yeah,
your time.
thank you. Bye.
Cheers.